one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
That's good. It's good now.
Okay.
To the land of the ancient.
Well, where was this giant fucking bird like years ago?
Yeah, they never really explain why the bird acts as a taxi service.
Mm-hmm. I can just see he knows what to do. It's a smart fucking bird. It could have ended a lot worse. Could just like swoop down and fucking ate you.
Yeah.
Really, if I saw a bird that big swooping down towards me that fast, I mean, I would fucking run. You know, I'm not just gonna stand there and be like, well, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
He's either gonna transport me and drop me off exactly where the fuck I need to be, or he's gonna swallow me.
Yeah.
I really don't see how you go any other way.
That reminds me of that scene with the pigeons from it's like a pilot for Adult Swim. Here I'm leveling up, just so you know. It was a pilot for Adult Swim about like a cartoon about a barbarian, and the guy gets pecked once by this giant pigeon, and it just bifurcates him. So even though I rolled a sorcerer, I decide I want to boost my strength. I think I just kind of wander around this area for a long time, so...
You can read your Kindle. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, you know, while I slowly go insane, I might as well just, you know, finish that novel I've been working on. I don't know if I told you this before. I was on this huge kick of reading, like, classic literature.
Oh, yeah.
And what stopped me was Jane Eyre. Oh, here I used a human sprite and I exfoliated. Now I'm human again. Well, I'm still undead, but that kind of like... See, being undead is like having a common cold. There's no cure, but there's only ways to alleviate the symptoms, right?
Okay.
So, by using humanity sprites,
What do we have here?
you can reset your humanity so that you don't look like a horrible, gross zombie.
Right?
Cool.
Can you read the font okay?
Yeah,
There's no salvation here.
Here goes another asshole that won't give you anything. Got beautiful armor and shit.
But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are...
I'm horrible when it comes to games like this. Like when I see NPCs hanging out with really beautiful shit, I expect to leave with their boots or something.
The other is far, far below.
Yeah, you know what really is annoying is watching other people play games like this, and they'll walk right by an NPC and never talk to him. I'm like, do you know what an RPG even is?
Right.
It's
like
like
impossible for me to do anyway.
Yeah, or they'll talk to him once and then immediately wander away and then say, hey, so where am I supposed to go? And the thing is, so many people complain that they got lost in this game when the NPCs tell you exactly what you need to know if you just talk to them.
Right.
This guy's like, 2 bells, and he's like, you know, talking really slow so that anyone can understand. 1's up, 1's down. Go. Like right here, the lift is broken. Most playthroughs, they don't even talk to him a second time, so they don't even hear this. You have to climb up the stairs to the ruins and access the undead burger. That's exactly where you need to go, yet most people just wander around aimlessly.
But I die again.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like for me, I just have a really shit sense of direction.
Yeah.
I am the fucking worst at finding my way around. Like,
hell,
I've
what
never
is it
met
now?
anyone as bad
You
at
ask
it as
too
that.
many
And it
questions.
sucks. Like, you know, and I'll talk to NPCs all day and understand, you know,
What
that
now?
kind of shit. But
I'm
it's
not
just
up
kind of
for
like,
chatting. Leave
fucking,
me
you know, there's
alone.
been some dungeons historically that have just driven me actually insane trying to find my way out of them and shit. Like, the most annoying one ever was the Great Crystal from Final Fantasy XII. Anybody has ever fucking done that.
Oh yeah, I remember that vaguely. They
Fuck.
had this. They had like a sort of overall map of it with different sub areas.
Right, like there was no actual map. Like you'd check
Oh
the map at a certain point, and it would be a picture of the crystal. That's
yeah, I
the
remember that.
spot.
Yeah.
And you'd be just wherever. So it was more a matter of trying to figure out which teleportation device to use to get in the
Yeah.
right order and which staircase to take to get to the next level with the right teleportation device. And holy fuck, I spent a long time in that cocksucker. I hated this fucking place so much.
I vaguely remember it. I remember the monsters in it were really annoying too.
Oh yeah, I mean they were a little bit more difficult. You know, at this point my characters were leveled up far more than they needed to be, and so the battles were just an inconvenience at that point. Like they're never gonna kill me, but fuck, I wish they'd stop spawning so I could just walk. You know? And I'm afraid of elevators now. Like that would scare the dog shit out of me. This is held up by some really rusty fucking chains, and I don't know if I trust it.
So, you know, the funny thing about doing post commentary is you get impatient with yourself. It's like I know exactly where to go now, but this guy's like,
right?
yeah, Noja from the past is just like, ooh, look.
See, this is why this is shit like this is why we need to master that whole time travel thing. Like, it'd be nice to do the thing like they had in South Park with the telephone you can call yourself in the past.
Yeah, I love where Cartman can't stand himself.
Yeah. Hey,
I hate that guy.
Take a fucking left. Just take a goddamn left right now. Just go back to your computer and take a left. All right, I gotta go.
Now that guy's just standing alone, sobbing. This guy's just...
I would fuck with my past self so goddamn much too, though. I'd help him like in his present situation, but I'd completely fuck him up about his future.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, yeah. Hey, listen, you're lost in that maze. Listen very carefully. Left, two rights, two lefts, another left, and then you just go all the way down to the end of the fucking hole. Okay, you got that? Yeah, I got it. All right, I gotta go. These two black guys really want me to blow them. And then just hang up.
You know what you could do is give your past self winning lottery numbers, and then after he's got the money, give him some stock advice that makes him lose it all.
Right. They call back and be like, yeah, got you, asshole. That's right. I've got enough money to run my own life and still be okay. You play some really intricate pranks on yourself. That's pretty fucked up that I would just like abuse myself. You know, like I could be like rich and prosperous, but instead I'm just gonna fuck with. I would fuck with even me. At least I don't exclude myself from my bullshit.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times I would fall off the edge of that goddamn cliff.
I don't know. I would be interested to see you play any of the Souls games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you saw earlier, I came and I saw this guy, and he seemed like the happiest, most well-adjusted person, just laying there. Everyone else is sobbing and staring at the ground. He's just like, hey, this is nice. Just laying there.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head.
That's how he fucking ended up there, man. Carelessness.
Yeah.
He was happy no matter what, and wound up somehow in that shithole.
I was once an established smith.
Yeah, look at you now.
Can you
Look
believe
at you now. Look at you now. I'd be like, dude, you know those two bars right there are wider than the other ones. You can just, it looks like you can probably navigate your way through those bars.
It's safe here.
He's institutionalized. He doesn't want to get out.
Although, I must admit...
Somebody logged onto Skype called Kevin Hates Life right now.
Forge your weapon.
Fuck is that person? Guess Kevin, and he hates his life.
I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
So this guy's the first smith that you have access to, although a lot of people don't even explore this area, so they don't even realize he's there.
Yeah, I have a feeling I would have walked past that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Maybe, but you see the prompt if you get close enough, so.
Yeah.
Or at least I think you do.
The other thing about this guy is, okay, if you just tap the button that controls your acrobatics, like running and jumping and stuff, if you just tap it when you're standing still, you'll hop back. So a lot of people, it's also the cancel button out of menus and dialogue. So what do you think everybody does? Standing here talking to this guy with their back to the abyss. They say, okay, shut the fuck up, and they tap that button repeatedly, and then they jump backward into the fucking water.
Yeah.
And here's a guy praying to a pot.
I love this person.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool. Shatter is hope.
Yep.
Hey, it looked like he cheered like, thank you. The fucking curse is lifted. That was his curse. He prays inanimate objects until somebody comes along and destroys them.
Yeah.
You know, all these fucking guys are just kind of really bumming me out. Like, this guy is just really just angry as fuck. Like, I want to leave now. He found another hole in a different restroom.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the same guy from earlier.
Yeah.
He just cycles through all the ladies' rooms around here.
Here's this guy's praying, and well, too bad. Where's your God now?
Yeah. Another angry fucker. So they do a lot of the same shit.
This guy looks like he's mourning his friend. And I'm like, oh, you know, my condolences. I'm so sorry. If you could just, I'm going to rifle through his pockets. Don't mind me.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need this shit. I mean, come on.
Your friend's only mostly dead. If he was all dead, there's only one thing you can do. Have you seen Princess Bride?
If I have, it was fucking years ago.
Yeah, you'd probably remember it. It's got a lot of, and so this guy, he's praying to the water, and I'm like, there you go.
My ex-wife used to make me watch that.
Oh.
And I don't know, like, I think that I might have enjoyed it had she not enjoyed it so much. Like, it was like one of those things, like, fucking with I think that was that movie.
So this guy was praying to the water, and I just kicked him in the back of the head and drowned him. If he likes the water so much, he can be with it forever now.
Yeah, it looks like you're just going around trying to fuck up everybody's day. And
well, a lot of people just go by and slaughter all these guys. I usually don't attack anything that doesn't attack me. And here I almost go back to the Valley of the Drakes, but then I think at this point... Oh, no, I go all the way out before I realize my mistake. Never mind. Okay, so...
See, now I would do that like 3 more times. So, yeah, so everybody gets a sense of, if this were my playthrough, I would have done that a few more times. Same fucking door, and every time I got back to that door, I'd yell fuck really loudly and turn around. That was a scary goddamn elevator. I do not like it.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Fuck that. I just never get where I was going.
If you looked, there were like idols in these alcoves in the shaft. It's like, are they patron saints of safe elevator travel?
Yeah, fucking hope so. That is that nobody's bothered. There's not a lot of maintenance, I don't think, being done to that goddamn elevator.
So there's a lot of places like this without any safety rails. Like you're running on the outside of a stair, so if you run too fast, you'll just run right off.
There were once rails. People fell through those.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Did you remember the was it the Seth MacFarlane Star Wars parody where those guys are standing near where the Death Star cannon fires, and they said, well, you know, they didn't want to put in a rail. They said they were worried we'd lean on it. I think that's the kind of situation here.
That seems to make sense. Like, they'd get in less trouble if you just fell off and there was no rail than if there was a rail and it broke.
Yeah. Well, what's great about that scene in in the original Star Wars is that the energy from that cannon that can destroy a planet flies through that shaft, and the guys are standing there exposed with no hazmat suits. I mean, they're like the future version of the Tuskegee Airmen, just like, let's expose these guys to enough radiation to destroy a planet and see how quickly it affects them.
I didn't realize how many fucking actual abandoned cities there are. Like, just actual abandoned cities. Like, just that are, like, either fucked up from, like, some kind of radiation, or they're fucked up from, just some sort of contaminant, and the town is completely fucking unlivable. There's, like, an entire series, I don't know what channel it comes on, that just deals with those fucking towns all across the goddamn globe, and it's just, like, there are really this many just abandoned fucking towns. Most of them are, like, old mining towns, or they had some kind of power plant that's fucked up, and, hey, it's your taxi. So overall, this is a fucking question I can't believe I haven't asked yet. Like, what is your actual purpose right now? Like, what are you trying to accomplish?
Well, it hasn't been introduced at this point in the story, but I'll just tell you. The Age of Fire is coming to an end because the god Gwyn is just getting too old, and so the first flame, which preserves light in the world and keeps back the dark,
Hello there.
is fading.
I believe
So
we
he
are
needs
not
to be
acquainted.
replaced.
I am Petrus. of
His,
Firelink.
So
Have
someone
business
needs
with
to
us?
unseat him,
If
but he
not,
won't let
I
go.
prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested.
Okay,
that
so
we
the first
retain
thing this
our
guy says
distance.
is, you
But
know,
I also want
if we
you
don't
to
have
know
any business,
that it is not meant in ill
could
will.
could you
Here,
just stay away from me?
Take this.
And then he says,
as a
but
token
here to
of
show there's no
peace.
hard feelings,
No, go ahead. It's for you.
wait for it. Here's a penny.
Oh my. You
Okay.
again?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
one of those. He's
I
like,
know.
yeah, I'm not
How
racist,
about
but
this?
you should probably
I
just
have
stay
to
with your own
await my
people.
companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some
Yeah,
miracles?
just give me
Would
nothing.
that
Yeah,
please you?
I have my other white friends we're waiting for,
Very
so.
well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. That is a shame.
Like, could somebody
But
point
each
you
to their
in the
own.
direction of
Speak
the
to me
goddamn
if you have a
elaborate
change of
armor
heart.
shop where you guys are doing it?
Well, these
Because
guys.
it doesn't look like there's one nearby.
Yeah. So. Now that I have a penny and the disdain of some paladin.
The disdain more valuable
Yeah.
somehow than the penny.
I mean, for what I'm doing right now is pretty smart for a new player. Poke around, and I get some. I actually level up several times just on the items that I find.
Like that, is that your level in the top left corner there?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you actually start at 0.
Lol. No, the number in the upper left corner is the number of humanities, those human sprites that I am sort of using at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Right? So most of the time it is at 0. I'm actually at level 8 in terms of my character level. And here I found a spiked mace. But when it's 0 and it's dark, you're hollow. You can use a bunch of them, and there's various effects. And when you turn into a human, you can connect your world to other worlds, and there's some interesting co-op modes and player versus player modes. So.